take your questions. Coach?
Yeah, well, I'm excited that that this game went the way it did. I'm glad that we were able to play a lot of players. I'm really proud of our team and the maturity that we had handling the Christmas break and handling this game. I thought we executed about as well today as we have executed all year offensively. Obviously, when you pick up a stat sheet and you see 30 assists, you know something's going right. I thought our team was focused. Really proud of how they played. About 5:15, talked to Jordan Horston, and she was just not feeling well at all. It's not COVID related, but she just was not feeling well. So she was unable to go. She was actually at shoot around today, not feeling great, but it just got a little worse. So hopefully we'll be able to rest her and get her back in a day or two.
All right, we'll take questions and we'll start with Maria.
Coach, you're 2 for 2 now in games right after the Christmas break. So
Without practicing?
Yes.
Am I onto something?
I think you're onto something. And some of the players that were just in here said they got on the court themselves in the break. Does that show when they come back and practice a player who did manage to find a basketball court in that break?
For sure. And when we came out, and opened up the court a little early, and I think we had 7 or 9 players out shooting, and they shot it really well in that shoot around on their own. So I could tell right then they'd been in the gym. If you have a team like this, it's going to get in the gym. They're going to find a way to get in the gym, and they're going to take this very seriously when they get back. I think, and as long as the calendar falls where you have the time to do it, it worked. It worked for us last year. It worked for us this year. Last year we stumbled upon it. I wasn't excited about it. This year I was excited about it to try it again. And what it did, it allowed us to play game instead of having that first practice that I don't feel like you get a whole lot out of. You're just running up and down just to be running up and down. So I think this was, the last 2 years, this was much better for our team.
Cora and then Tyler.
When Abby Cornelius, she's not Knoxville native, she was asked earlier about playing here, and she got really emotional when they were talking about watching Pat Summitt growing up, and her family still bleeds orange. But what do you feel like that says about the overall impact of the girls in this community growing up watching Pat Summitt?
Yeah, one of the things that I mentioned to our team in the pregame locker room chat is, this team, a lot of these players are from the area, and they grew up loving this program. And, a lot of them grew up dreaming about wearing the orange and white uniform. So, for a team like that to have the opportunity to come and play here on this court in a place that you loved so much growing up and it meant so much to you, I think is really special. I understand why people get emotional. And, that's one thing that we try to express to our players. Not all of our players are from this area, but they understand. They understand the tradition and what it means. And I think that's important. I think it's important for our players to know how they feel when they take the court. And it just reminds you how impactful this program has been.
Tyler.
Coach, with this being your last game before SEC play starts, how proud are you of what your team has done during non-conference, and how have you seen them grow through non-conference?
Well, I think we've gotten better. I think our team has, I think we're playing with a little bit, even on the court, a little bit better chemistry. We have great team chemistry. They love each other. You probably tell they were gushing about each other in the presser here. But the on-court chemistry has gotten even better. And I think just going through the non-conference and having some battles and really being tested, and then also enjoying, everyone's double-doubles and almost double-doubles. And, I think they just enjoyed this time together. And I think you just see it on the court now. There are so many ways we need to get better. I mean, so many. And I'll pick it apart later on. But I'm proud of them and the growth that they've had, the resiliency that they've had, and the toughness that they've shown.
Cora, Reese, and then Maria.
You had a lot of good minutes for freshmen, and 12 of those 30 assists belong to your freshmen. How do you feel like they progressed even over the last couple of games at running the offense, kind of seeing the court?
Yeah, I think the non-conference, it's really the last two games they've gotten a lot of minutes, but it's everything. It's sometimes not getting minutes in a game. It's sometimes getting a couple of minutes and being productive. It's the whole entirety that has allowed them to grow. And you don't just get to step out on the court. And I think they've learned how valuable experience is. Our veterans have that, and the other thing is they have shown how hard they're willing to work and how great teammates they are. In today's society, it's really easy for freshmen to get a little quick and a little bitter when their minutes aren't what they want them to be. Our freshmen, all four of them, have been amazing. They have been true teammates. They are team first kids. They're working hard. They understand what goes into it, and they're a big reason that our culture is so strong right now.
Reese?
Digging a little deeper into that, Caroline Strickland had a career high 12 points and also 9 rebounds on top of that. What was so successful for her in this game?
Well, we kept pounding it inside. I think first we look inside, and we should. That's what we're going to do anyway. When you have the advantage, we're really going to do it. But Caroline works really hard. She's open all the time because she works really hard. And I've said this before, she's one of our best post-ups. She does a great job posting up, and we were able to throw her the ball, and she's able to finish. She's one of those just keeps coming back at you, and I think she's just going to get better and better. As a player here at Tennessee, she's just going to keep working, what she's going to add now is just game experience. She's just putting that out right in her belt, and how she can be successful against a lot of different players.
Maria, Cora, and then Jean.
Coach, one way to see that the team is elevated is how do they play when they're up 20, up 30, up 40. They never let up. Is that some of their personality, or are they also taking on your personality? Because you were like that as a player. And then a quick follow-up question. Samantha Williams, didn't see her on the
Forgot
bench.
about that, yeah.
I know, so I just have to check on
Yeah.
her too.
Well, Sam first. She was not feeling well, and so just in extreme caution stayed away. So that's what's going on with her. We're gonna hopefully get her back as well. So we're just being really careful there. And then I think it is. I think it's hard sometimes when you're up 20 not to start looking around, to start losing your focus. I think it's human nature. But we have so many players that just stay focused in those moments. I'm really proud of them for that, and very, very mature. They're having a good time, but they're not goofing off. They're over there just really enjoying playing basketball, which that makes me so happy. You should love to play, and that's what they're doing. They're loving to play, but every single time down the court, they're trying to do everything right. And I told them, in this game, I said, you guys push, I'll slam the brakes on. And it was just a really good balance. I'm so proud of that. I really am, because that's not always easy to do.
Cora?
You said after Stanford that, with Alexis Dye in particular, you felt like settling for jump shots too often, not getting to the rim. Tonight, that was not an issue. I think she only took 4 or 5 jump shots a rest. She was immediately looking to drive. How happy are you with her adjustment offensively? Was that something you guys really worked on?
Yeah, we talked about it as a team. We kind of broke down where everybody needs to go, and we talked about, like we call her Snoop. We talked about Snoop needing to get to the basket more because she had that ability. And I think she's very aggressive. She's a very aggressive player, so she can get that jump shot off about any time she wants. We want her to look for that layup more, or the drive, and she was able to do it. And I tell you, she had a really good one there in the second half where she started to drive, found a kick, and I think we hit a 3. I think Tess hit a 3 on that kick, and I thought that was a really good play by her, and it was being aggressive trying to get to the basket. So, I think we were also able to get post touches that got us to the basket as well, which I think is really good.
Jean?
Kellie, both you and Katie, in a sense, have taken completely different rosters into tonight's game than what you would have expected back in October, November. I think she's missing 5 players, missing 3. In terms of games like this, how important is it to have kind of had time to get some of those younger players involved? Because the way that, I guess America and the country's going right now, you don't know exactly who you're going to have available game in, game out.
Yeah, you're right. You never know. At this point, you never know at what point you're going to lose a player, and you don't get to pick and choose who that is. And so that's where you hope that you've got some depth. You hope that you've got players ready to step up and make plays. It's not fun when you don't have your whole roster. I like it when I've got everybody available. That's much more fun to coach. But I tell you, I was really proud of our team when they stepped out on the court. I was a little concerned that maybe without Jordan tonight that they would be she gives you a lot of confidence. So I was worried about that ever so slightly. They didn't blink. They just went out and did what they needed to do, and I think that was really good for us as well, because they have really taken on this attitude of, whatever happens, happens, and we're going to handle it. And I love that.
Maria and then Cora.
Just jumping ahead to Thursday and then Sunday, do the newcomers have any idea what grind they're about to start with SEC play?
We have tried to talk to our team about the SEC schedule and the rigors of the SEC. And I just told them I think the SEC is better. I think the top's better. I think the bottom is better. And I told them it doesn't matter who you play. If you relax for 1 minute, then you're losing. You're not going to win the game. And so we talked about that and told them they should be prepared. At this point, our non-conference schedule should have prepared them for what they're about to see, but you can't take a night off. Don't know why I would worry about that. I don't think our team has taken a night off yet. I'm proud of that. It's hard to be consistent every single night, but I think we have done that. And I think for our veterans have tried to encourage our freshmen and our rookies who don't understand it because they just haven't experienced it. I think they're as prepared as they can be going into this play, and we've tried to explain it to them and help them along the way.
Cora.
Brooklyn Miles has slowly increased her offensive production, hit 2 threes tonight, I believe she hit 2 last game maybe. But how important is that for you heading into SEC play to have her be someone who does stretch the court for you guys?
I think Brooklyn played really well today. She's clocked for 3 turnovers. I think 2 of them were kind of unfortunate errors. She had 1 true turnover, but I thought she played well, and the fact that she's knocking down shots is going to be critical for our team. She is going to stretch the defense now, and she's got enough quickness to get around you. She has a really good understanding of the game. I'm sitting on the bench, and I was trying to get her to do something. She knew before I told her whatever it was. And I came to the bench and I said, man, she has savvy. I mean, she gets it. She understands it. And right now she's playing with great confidence, and love the way she is. Love the way she is coming in, and I love her pace, and just everything about her game right now has been positive.
Take one final question from Reese.
Coach, a little less serious, but were you aware that you snapped the double-double streak, the program record 11 straight, and were you thinking about that at all during the game?
Well, Snoop talked me into letting her try, so she got to play an extra minute or 2. Caroline, I know, was the one that was closest to the double-double. It's fun, and I love the fact that they pull for each other, and it's really neat. But Tamari Key plays 16 minutes. I think if I'd have played her a few more minutes, she'd have gotten there. It's not worth it at this point. It's more important that Emily Saunders gets a few more minutes. So they enjoy it. It's been fun. It's been fun to talk about, and our players have really enjoyed that as well. But we got a whole sheet full of stats that we can be proud of.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll see you Thursday. Hopefully we'll see y'all Thursday.